Welcome back to this week's episode of What the Fuck Is This Podcast? I'm your one of your hosts, Monica.
And I'm Miranda.
Welcome to the shit show. Woo woo. This week we're going to be talking about episodes 7, 8, and 9 of The Secret Life of an American Teenager. Just a reminder, these couple of episodes are going to be, or our pod episodes are going to be a little bit short. We're trying to wrap up the show and kind of drag it out because our scheduling, we're trying to figure that shit out.
Yeah.
My family tea. My 10 seconds. Okay, this one, I think this is gonna make even you mad. So, me and my mom are driving to Walmart, and we take like the back roads to go to Walmart. And they're working, they're putting down cement to put some apartment buildings back there. And my mom was like, it was like a really hot day. My mom was like, oh my God, anytime I see somebody working construction and putting down concrete, I think about your ex.
Why?
And she was like, it's just such a hot day. Like, it makes me worry about him, like, making sure he's all right.
Ma'am.
I was like, Mom, why? Like, I don't give a shit about him. If anybody wants to know, my ex was a cheating ass lying piece of shit. Okay? He knows it. I've told him this. Fuck him, fuck his mom. Not his sister, love his sister. But yeah, she said that, and I was just like, Mom, I don't give a shit about him. Like, why are you worrying about him? Like,
Yeah.
take him out of your mind. He's never coming back into my life, and if
No.
he does, shoot me. Like, I'm a dumb bitch if I go back to that. I'm like, I'm not going to.
Oh,
And then
I'm dead.
she was just like, oh, I just felt bad for him and all this other shit. And I was like, well, I hope he burns out there. Like, let him get a fucking sunburn. He deserves to have some pain in his life for how much pain he's caused me.
Yeah.
But that's it for my family tea because what the fuck, Mom?
No, literally. Ugh.
I haven't started reading this book, but I picked it up because I went to we went to this like outlet area and they had a Starbucks in the Barnes and Noble. And in the Barnes and Noble they have this little section. I didn't know they did this, but they have like a book of the month, basically, that you can pay $5, like if you get a drink at that Starbucks and you can just pick it up and you get it. So I got this. It's called The Saturday Night Ghost Club by Craig Davison. And it's basically like it's like a kid's book. Not a kid's book, but it's like a middle school level, I guess. But I'll read the back. It says, growing up in 1980s Niagara Falls, a seething but magical, slightly haunted place, Jake Baker spends most of his time with Uncle Calvin. A kind but eccentric enthusiastic of occult artifacts and conspiracy theories. The summer Jake turns 12, he befriends a pair of siblings new to town, so Calvin initiates them into the Saturday Night Ghost Club. But as the summer goes on, that begins as a seemingly lighthearted project will uncover mysteries darker than any of its members, young or grown, had imagined. But yeah,
Okay.
so we'll see how this goes. I will write my review on Instagram. So if y'all want to do this, or I can just record it and then send it to you.
True.
I think I'll just do it on Instagram. That's a little bit easier.
Okay.
But it just looks like a little cute book. And then I love the art on the front. It's like, why is this house on fire?
Love.
Why
Oh
is
my
this girl
God.
floating?
Oh my God. This is so fun. I mean, it's not
Right.
like good
Someone's in the
stuff.
house.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, it's on fire.
Maybe it's the girl that's floating.
That's true. And then this card doesn't have a tire. But I love this. It just looks so cute. And it was
Yeah.
$5. So I was like, fuck it. Like,
Sign me
let
up.
me add it. Oh, also, I decided to go through all my books that I've bought and that I haven't read. And I have a giant list. Let me show you this list. I did it in my notes. Well, I made this guy do it for me while we were on the phone. But literally everything that has X's is what I haven't read.
Oh shit.
But I'm going through and I started another notes and I'm like separating them by author and like what I have read and what I haven't read. But I promised myself I wouldn't buy any more books until I read these.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna see if
What?
they have them on Kindle Unlimited.
Yeah.
Oh, when?
Like 30 minutes ago. What? Maverick snuck in here. Matthew's gonna be. Anyways. He came to make sure I rinsed my self-tan off. Okay.
See,
Okay.
girl mom, girl dad, girl mom, girl dad. What other guy do you know would do that for you?
No, literally. Maverick's like
Mom.
frozen underneath the bed like someone's gonna bust him. Mav, you wanna get up here? Okay. Anyways, Secret Life, I guess.
Yeah. Starting with episode 7.
Ben. Hello?
He's been caught.
Do you want Maverick back? Oh, okay. What are you peeking at me for? What?
So,
Nothing. We're trying to get this recording done. We got a couple more to go through.
They're quick.
how much longer?
Well, just tell me when you want to lay down. I'll move. I don't know. If we need to, we can find a time to do the last 2 episodes. Okay. Just let me know. Oh, now you're taking Maverick. It's like, I'm trying to go to bed. I was like, okay.
He's the old man. It's 8:30. Well, he needs to get his rest before the
Worst
baby
case
comes.
scenario, we'll just get the 4 episodes done and then we'll do 2 more. But okay. Anyways, Leo tells everyone that he's 9 months away from freedom.
And then he doesn't want any more kids.
And then, not to spoil this, they go and adopt a 16-year-old.
That was a hooker.
Yeah. Ugh. Let's see.
Amy touched that girl and that made me uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah. Why does she care whether she has girl or guy friend? Like, who the fuck cares? They're friends.
I don't know. It made me feel weird that she touched that girl though. I was just like, no.
Yeah.
They went out looking for guys. What
Shut
about?
up. Shut up.
Yeah. Oh, Grace made this comment that pissed me the fuck off.
What?
She said that people are pretentious to Christians. People
Oh,
are
yeah.
not pretentious to
No.
Christians. They are pretentious to people that shove Christianity down their throat.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So shut up, Grace.
Yeah.
Clementine and Adrian have this weird jealousy over Ricky.
Yeah. Like, who owns his, like, early years before Amy and the kid?
I don't
Who
know.
has more say-so over him? And then Amy is not jealous, so she has Clementine come to dinner with her and Ricky and Grace and Jack. And then Adrian shows up. Because Adrian can't not be involved when Ricky is involved.
Is
Yeah.
this also when
I
we find
literally
out
wrote,
that...
why do Adrian and Clementine have beef? Okay.
Oh, this is the episode. Okay, so... And then at that dinner party, we find out that Clementine and Jack had sex.
Oh, yeah. What?
When did that happen?
Literally.
Alice told Henry that she had sex with Ben.
But just friend sex.
They were trying to comfort each other.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Sex is sex.
I would not have sex with a friend.
No.
'Cause that would, like... You could never go back to normal after that.
No. No. No.
That's all I have for this episode.
Ethan and Kathy are just so confusing. I don't understand what they're
100%.
doing. Oh, and then Camille hits Ben.
Oh,
Bam.
you don't fucking hit other people's kids. I think it's hilarious that
Yeah.
Mr. Boykovich was like, "Will you marry me?" Right after that.
Right.
That was hilarious because that's honestly the first person that ever put Ben in his place.
Yeah, because
I
what
was
he
here
was
for
saying
it.
was super wrong. Like, I
Oh,
was in a very gray area about this because you don't, but at the same time, he's basically an adult, and what he was saying was so wrong. Like, that she would trap him and stuff if she could have a kid. No, fuck that.
so I'm here for him hitting him because of that. But
Right.
it's not your kid to hit.
No. Okay.
Episode
Number
8 is when Ethan started to piss me off.
Yeah.
He straight up said, "I am the father." Of what?
Yeah. No.
Of what?
You haven't even had sex. So, shut the fuck up.
They have a girls' night where it's Grace, Adrian, and Amy.
Yeah.
And apparently Amy doesn't like to talk about boys with her friends. Which, like, I understand not wanting to go into detail about stuff. But, like, I tell you about all my boy drama because it's fucking
Right.
hilarious. Like,
Right. They were probably doing too much with the details of like, oh, he's my best, that's my worst, whatever.
yeah.
But
Adrian said, "That Benny, he's at the top of my list."
that's disgusting though. Like, you didn't need to say that.
Especially if y'all, like, because I'm guessing at one point him, I don't know if they did it. No, I don't think Ben and Amy ever had sex.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's weird to talk about it if, like, y'all were in a relationship. That's weird to me. Like,
Yeah.
and then I want to know why there's bunk beds in this back room
Yeah.
at Grace's house.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. Apparently we also find out Grace had sex with 3 guys.
Yeah. Jack.
Who are these guys?
I don't know.
Um,
Um.
Amy runs into her dad while she's leaving, and then they go to, like, eat. And then
Yeah.
she has this full-on conversation about sex with her father.
Yeah.
I
I
could
think
never.
she's gay.
Dude, but I could never talk to my dad about sex. Like, that is so uncomfy
No.
for me. I could never.
No. Oh, and then in the school, Leo blames Amy for all of Ben's, like, problems. And she overhears. And he's just like, hey, tell your parents I said hi. Okay. That was just too much.
Yeah, 100%. I love that Ricky is starting to mature more.
Uh-huh.
Like, you can definitely tell.
At this point, he's a way better partner than Amy and it's shown literally in this episode where Amy forgets her book but didn't actually forget it, and then, oh, Clementine's sweater is here and you need to go see her and give it to her because I don't care, but you shouldn't have just unnecessary reasons to go see her at the coffee shop and all that. Like, ugh.
She works at the coffee shop. If I want coffee, I'm gonna get fucking coffee. Like,
Yeah,
you're acting
literally.
like a child.
Literally.
That's all I have for this episode.
Same.
Episode 9.
Ethan gets worse and he's extremely attached to Kathy and the baby at this point.
I don't understand why.
No.
Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, any guy in high school would run away from a pregnant girl. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, that.
I don't understand the attachment.
And then if they're going to try and play this off as like because he had to be adopted, how is his adoption life worse than what he was living with? He was literally getting stabbed.
Yeah, by his own father. Make it make sense,
I'm not saying
please.
Kathy would stab her child, but
Oh, and then we find out that, what's Grace's brother's name? Tom?
Tom.
Tom is reading 50 Spices.
Yes.
Which I'm guessing is like a 50 Shades.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here for it. It's fucking hilarious. And, like, it's just out on the kitchen table. Like, what the?
Uh-huh.
Clementine. Oh, something happens at the coffee shop where this guy is
pimp.
basically trying to pimp out Adrian.
Yes.
And she gets scared. Ricky shows up later because he's gonna pull an all-nighter at the school, which I understand that. I went to college once, but when you have a kid and a wife, that doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
But she keeps telling Ricky, like, no, you don't need to walk me. The security guard's gonna walk me. No, you don't need to walk me. She repeats it like 5 times, and he's like, no, I'll go with you. No, I'll go with you. Why are you
Mm-hmm.
pushing it so hard?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Exactly.
I understand trying to be a gentleman and being like, oh, like, I want you to feel safe. Like,
Yeah.
hopefully nothing happens to you. I'll walk you to their place. But when somebody says no,
Yeah.
they say no.
Exactly.
Get over it. At this point,
Exactly.
this isn't about you.
No.
Um,
Um.
this is also the episode where Jack is caught with a hooker in his room. But they end up putting it
Yes.
in the paper and they twist a story basically saying like, oh, he was trying to save her. But in
Mm-hmm.
reality, like he didn't do anything.
No,
He
nothing
basically was just
happened.
trying to give her money so that she would leave his room and
And
that was
make
it.
her quota or whatever.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to do anything. And then the end of this episode made me so angry. Why the fuck does Amy want to be friends with Ben?
No. Yeah.
But it's that thing I talked about, what was it, last pod episode, that Amy keeps stringing him along.
Right.
I don't understand it. I don't understand
The
it.
last thing I wrote is that Kathy forgives Ethan, and that couldn't be me because he literally almost destroyed her adoption. Could not
He
be
thinks
me.
like he's like this big like wise guy and he knows everything about everything because of what he went through when he was younger. You literally know nothing. You're a child.
Mm-hmm.
I understand you've had more experiences of her in real life, but that doesn't change the fact that you're a child.
Yeah, exactly.
But that is it for
That's all I have.
for these episodes of A Secret Life. My what the fuck news of this week is for a long time in Austin, Texas, people were saying there was a serial killer. The police basically were like, no, they're not connected. They're not related. And then guess what? They arrested a man and he was a serial killer. Yep.
Oh, shit.
I'm trying to figure out how many people he killed. I don't know how many people he killed, but he has been captured and arrested by the U.S. Marshals. Like it escalated. He was a child rapist. I'm trying to figure out how many people he affected. But like, can people tell you there's a freaking Oh, so the reason why they thought there was a serial killer is because multiple bodies were found in this lake in Austin. And they were like, no, they're not connected. There was 8 bodies pulled out of that lake in less than a year.
Oh my god.
And they said it's not connected.
Yeah,
Sure.
right.
But he ended up turning himself in, and he was 62. He was tied to several murders since 1975. And then they're looking at different cases locally to see if he's connected to those. So far, they have like between 8 to 10 cases that are in like similar circumstances. He was wanted on 2 homicide charges and 1 unauthorized use of a motor vehicle charge by the U.S. Marshals. And the murder of his roommate this year, and then one from 2019.
That is crazy.
But yeah, that's my what the fuck news. Like, oh, apparently his violent crime streak started in 1975 when he shot and wounded a man in a robbery.
Okay.
And he turned himself in just by calling the police and saying, I think y'all are looking for me. In 1982, he raped and killed an 8-year-old before dumping the body behind an elementary school.
Shit.
And he had gone to jail for 11 years out of a 30-year sentence before he was released on parole.
Oh my god.
these people should not get out. There's so many cases of like fucking terrible ass people getting out
Yeah.
because they're perfect in jail. And then a year later, something else happens. Stop letting these fucking people out. Let them rot in fucking jail. It's what they fucking deserve. If they got to end a life, they deserve to spend their life in jail. Also, I don't get why life sentences are only 25 years. That
Yeah.
is not a life sentence. That's a quarter life sentence, if you tell me.
Yeah.
But that's it for my what the fuck news. Believe people when they tell you that there's a serial killer, because it might be true.
Yeah, no kidding.
But that is it for this episode of What the Fuck Is This podcast. Thank y'all for listening. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Let us know what books we should read, what show we should do next. I was thinking Scandal.
Ooh.
I don't know. I've just seen so many juicy bits on TikTok, but I don't know how
I've
the
never
rest of the
watched
show is gonna
it.
go.
I've never watched it, so I'm down.
It has what's her name? I don't know, but they did a crossover episode with How to Get Away with Murder.
Oh, I love How to Get Away with Murder.
That's what I'm saying. But they did a crossover, so
Okay.
we'll
Love
see.
it. Love it.
But that is it for this episode. Listen in next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Brr, 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 brr.
Why won't it stop recording?